Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. I hope you like this next video. It is how to cast a calming spell. So since I haven't gone over any calming spell or just spell tutorials, I'm going to go over kind of what I do to prepare for a spell for the more novice witches out there. And then, everyone that has cast already, you kind of just listen and go to the part where I explain how I cast. So first of all, I like to prepare my space. So I actually do physical cleaning of the area that I'm going to cast in. And I went over that and how to cleanse your aura and how to cleanse like kind of energy. So I do that to me as well. I do that to myself. I do that to the space because I feel like your intentions are easier put out into the universe when your actual space of casting in your home is clean. So that's what I do, and then I do like a ritual shower and I just get into like a comfortable mindset before casting. Some people like to drink tea before casting. I know some people that like to drink a glass of wine. I actually prefer to drink like black tea or even coffee just because I like to be awake when casting, but again, that's going to be a personal preference. But if you're doing a calming spell and you don't know what to do, drink some chamomile tea because you're going to need to be in a relaxed state while you write the intention letter. Okay, so first, after you've done the cleaning and after you've prepared, you're going to be setting up for your spell. So the first thing I like to do, again, this is just how I like to cast, and everyone casts their own way and their own style as they get familiar with casting. But this is just personally like how I like to do it. So you're going to get a plain sheet of paper, or you can get a fancier piece of paper, anything that you can write on. So I'm going to put calming at the top, or the point of a calming spell is to calm yourself down and also to calm someone else down, to calm a household down, or to calm a place of business. So again, you can be very specific with these calming spells. I mean, you want to be specific. So if you're doing it for yourself, you're going to write your name on the piece of paper and you can put like calm down, or, you can be very specific. So if you're going to, example, do a calming spell on someone, you're going to write, I'm going to show you an example. You're going to be calm down, or you put calm the F down. Those are the names of my candles. Calm down, comma, and then write the name of the person. I'm going to put name, and I'm going to put 3 exclamation points, and then you can just be very forceful when writing it. Calm down, the name of the person, and if you have their birth date, you can put that underneath as well. And if you're doing yourself, you can skip this step and just carve your name right onto the candle, but I like to write it just on paper because you could burn it next to your candles while you're going. You'll see how I do that afterwards, or you can just fold it and put it underneath the plate. And I hope this all makes sense because it's what I do and it's really easy. So I hope this kind of comes out clear, and if anyone has any questions or if I'm just completely confusing, let me know that as well. So first thing, again, write a letter and put calm down, name of the person, and the birth date. If you're going to calm down everyone in a household, you're going to put calm down, put all the names of the people in the households, the birth dates, and then you can also put the home address. And you can also draw like a house around it. Some people like to get fancy with their letters and draw like symbols on it. I like to draw my Reiki symbols on it. You can do the pentacle, the cross, anything like you feel gives that paper power, because they say the first way to manifest something or make something happen is to actually write it on paper, because it's like going into the physical realm. So anyway, you can have that. So once you write down, you can put it literally as simple as calm down, name of person, and you're done. So because you're getting yourself ready for your intention for your spell. So next, you're gonna get a regular like dinner plate. You can get some at the 99-cent store, or you can just kind of donate a plate that you have used in your home and just dedicate it to spell work. So you're going to get a regular plate, and you're going to take a piece of foil and put it over the plate. I like to do this because I feel like it projects my energy into the universe because it's reflective, and also it protects the plate so you don't have to scrape off a bunch of candle wax each time. Okay, so I'm going to line the plate with foil. Down. So it's going to look like this. And then I'm going to put salt in the inside ring. And I'll try to like show you with the camera as well. So I'm going to put salt around the plate. And then how you can charge salt. You can pour salt into your hand. This is just some sea salt I put like in a tin. And you're going to put your hand over it and you're going to put your intentions of calming. And this is also for protection. This protects the candles while the candles are burning, and not protects it from like, you know, it's not some sort of like fireproof thing. It protects the energy from any outside energy interfering with your spell. So you're going to put that around the candle, around the plate, and you're going to be doing it in a counterclockwise motion. Remember, counterclockwise is for removing and clockwise is for manifesting. And we're not necessarily manifesting calming, kinda, but we're actually like removing anger, removing like that frustration. So I like to do it in a counterclockwise motion. Okay, salt all over my hands. Okay, so I'm going to try to show you the plate. See if I can get the camera back. Okay, so this is just the plate with salt around it. And then you're going to put 3 tea lights. Tea lights I like to use in place of candle holders because, again, I have a thing with having to clean up wax because I don't know, it just takes some extra time that I don't really have. So I'm going to get just some regular tea lights. You can buy a big box of these on Amazon. It's literally like 100 tea lights, I think, for like $10. So it's pretty inexpensive. So you're going to get 3 tea lights. You're going to place them on your plate. So if you're doing 3 candles, use 3 tea lights. But if, for example, there's like 5 people in your home, you can dedicate a candle to each person. So you would have 5 candles. So then I'm going to light each tea light. So how you use tea lights as a candle base, as the wax pools, it's going to become the size of the bottom of the candle. And you're going to place the candle into each of the tea lights. So while those are burning and while those are pooling, you are going to be charging your candles with intention. And this is also a good time where you can light some incense on the plate and you're just going to start creating that ambiance because you are going to be charging your candles with energy. So if you are using plain candles, these candles you can find at occult stores like I was saying earlier. These are usually pretty inexpensive. And if you can't find blue, use white. And then also a good color I like to do for calming spells is black because it's very grounding. So again, blue, white, or black are going to be your best choices for calming spells. So first I'm going to show you how to fix like a plain candle and then how to use a fixed candle. This one kind of takes the steps out of having to fix this one. But again, I'll tell you both ways just because it just depends what you have and then what you have access to. Okay, so first things first, if you're going to be doing, let's do an example of a household. Like for example, there's 4 people and we are going to do one for each person. You're going to carve one person's name on each candle. So then you're going to put your birth date. So to carve a name into a candle, you can use a nail. I sometimes even use a pen, just something sharp that you can actually, carve into it. And then once you do that, you're going to dress it with some sort of oil. If again you don't have a lot of like witch oil, like ritual oils and stuff, you're going to you can do lavender essential oil. Always put in a carrier so you don't, I don't like using direct essential oils on my skin, but you can use lavender is really good, chamomile, what else? I don't know if there's a Valerian oil, but Valerian's really good for calming. Their lemon balm's really good. So any herbs that are for calming and those that are really into essential oils will probably even know more. But even just using lavender is going to help you because you're putting the intention. So intention's everything. You can do a lot of power with just this blue candle and your intention. But herbs add to it. Crystals add to it. So on this plate, you can also sprinkle like lavender buds. You can put like calming crystals. Like I have a rose quartz here. Just add some like loving energy. I'm going to put that on the plate. So right now I'm going to show you a picture of my plate and showing you that it's pooling, and then afterwards we're going to stick the candles in. So I'm still getting used to how to flip the camera, but so this is how, like, once it's like pulled like this, then you're going to stick the candle in. I also like using the tea lights as bases, or just a candle base, just because I feel they're more steady. They're not as pretty as just having like a free form like standing candle, but they, you know, they are more secure. They have like a little bit more base to it. Okay, so next, your candles are carved. So next you're going to hold them in your hands. You can hold them individually or together, but it says, I want to bring calming energy to each one of these persons. This is when energy work and visualization is key. So I like to envision blue energy going into each one of the people that I'm casting for, and blue energy also going into these candles. And just think of very calming, very peaceful, very serene, and very grounding energy. And I want you to just hold the candles in your hand. You could have the oils dressed in it, and you're just going to start to focus, close your eyes, and just feel the energy running through your mind, running from the heavens, down your arms, into the candles. You could also blow some like breath, like bring these candles to life, and you could do again like, you're going to blow the energy into the candles, and you could just imagine that calming breath going into each of the candles. So once you feel the candles are properly charged, they're ready to go. So that's how you charge candles. Again, intention is everything. So you can spend a good amount of time meditating with these, envisioning the person there, and you know, actually calming them down. Again, this is a simple spell. Some people like to like, you know, put the hair of the person that they're casting for, and you can do that. I usually just like to cast really quickly. So that's what I do. And then the reason why I like using fixed candles rather than fixing one on the spot is because it saves time, first of all. And then it's like double energy. So like when I was making these, I was having those calm energy going into the candles. And then during the spell, I'm putting more energy to it. So I just feel like it strengthens them more. And then for those of you who know Reiki or like have very special sigils or symbols that they really feel connected to, that's when you can put those on the candles. You can air them. You can put, you know, the pentacle, and then just, I always like using 2 fingers. I just feel like that directs power. Some people use crystal wands. Again, when you start off, just start simply. For those that are new to casting, simple is easier, so you don't have to be confused about, okay, what do I have to do next? And then also buying a spell kit is very helpful, because everything I'm saying is also, you know, in like written form. And then again, everyone casts different. This is just how I like to do it. So again, you're going to charge your candles, and once you feel they're ready, and I feel like the tea lights are almost cooled, so then we're going to stick them in. So what else do I want to say about this? Again, it's just that calming energy, and you can even be mad. Again, this is a formal, actually set up spell. There's literally times where I just need to calm someone down really fast. I just take one of my ritual candles, fixed ones. I envision this protection sphere around me, light it up on a plate, and I don't even go through this whole step. But if you want to go through a formal process of, you know, casting a spell, this is how you're going to do it. So imagine these are all fixed. I already feel the calming energy in it just because I was meditating and just like on the video. So I'm going to place them into the hot wax. Okay, so I wanted you to see how I'm lighting it. So next you're going to light the candles. I already lit one. And then you're going to light the other one. I usually like to do it in a counterclockwise. I light the top and then go around. Look, that one already went out. So if that happens, just light it again. Another way you can light the candles, you can light the first one and then go, you know, counterclockwise as well. So right here, when the candles are lit, you can also, you know, you can put your hands together, you can put energy to the candles, you can say written words. Some people really like saying spoken spell. They feel very connected to spoken word. Again, I say, like, for example, I say it really simply, but I'm like, calm down, and then the name of the person, and I'm continue to put energy. Again, I do Reiki, so I put the symbols in there. I put every single symbol in there and just charge it up with my energy. But channeling of energy, you don't have to be a Reiki master to do so. Just imagine the energy coming from, you know, the heavens, from source, coming through your crown chakra and then out through your hands, so then you can meditate more. And again, cast where you feel comfortable. in what you feel comfortable. I'm wearing black. I wear black a lot, but I feel it is very calming, grounding color. You can wear blue for calming, white, just what you feel comfortable in. Some other notes I wanted to talk about, look, like it's going out of focus. I wanted to talk about, like, watch the flames. Again, this isn't like I feel like it has energy already because I've been meditating with it, but it's not like there's no specific intention, so it'd probably just work for my home. But for example, this was your mom and this was, you know, your husband, like whatever candles are dedicated to the person, watch how they burn. So even, you know, when I cast, I actually like to sit with my candles, finish my tea that I made, and just watch how they burn. Because if you start seeing like kind of like drips that are like 3D on the candle, that means they have blockages or it was really working towards, and that's how I read that energy. And when it's like just a clean burn, like there's literally no wax left, that's just like kind of like it's going to work right away. And I usually see calming spells work almost instantly. Like within a few days, you'll see them calm the person down pretty quickly. And again, it just depends on experience, how long the spell lasts, but light them as needed. I also have other candles that I make for calming. This is good just for follow-up after a full spell, or for those people that don't feel comfortable using these kind of candles. This is a ritual candle. It's my Calm the Eff Down candle, so I'll share that with you. And this one, it calms the energy in the home. I like to use this one when people come over and, you know, family, and sometimes people come with bad moods. I like to light this. People use these in the workplace, you know, the workplaces that you can light candles. I even have wax melts of these that work great. And then I also have my clandestine collection that is secret, so no one really knows what you're burning except for a lavender candle, but it does have all the witchy goodness in it. So this one, again, it's just candles without the lid. It's just a blue candle. Again, blue is really good for people that have narcissistic energy and they're in a bad mood a lot. Don't use blue, use black. Those are going to be more powerful to calm down a narcissist. And you will see if you cast against a narcissist, they will not last as long, so you might have to redo the spell more often. But anyway, that's just a simple way how to cast. Oh, and then this is another thing I get asked all the time. Once the candle burns, you're going to get like wax drippings on the plate. Just like you look up symbols for dreams, you can look up symbols that you see on the plate. Like, and a lot of times this wax can have so many symbols in it. Sometimes you might not be able to see it, but it's almost like reading tea leaves again, like looking for symbols, reading it for intuition. So you're going to spend some time after the spell just looking at the remains and learning what you see, what you feel. And a lot of times the wax remains will give you an indication of how your spell's going to turn out. So with calming spells, again, it's still fun, but I really like looking at them when it's like a little bit more of a manifestation spell. But again, this is a calming spell. It's an essential one. And then after, for calming spells, again, you're trying to get rid of heavy moods, grumpiness, anger, etc. So you're going to, after it's all done, you're going to put everything like in a brown paper bag and then throw it away far away from your home. And always people ask, well, how far is far? And I'm like, well, at least like, you know, you're going like out of town or something and it's like an hour, at least like an hour away driving, then you can throw it out. You know, sometimes you're in a bind, throw it out when it's trash day, because I always see it as taking it away from your house. I don't like the spell remains to stay on your property unless it's like a manifestation spell. For calming spells, again, I like to get rid of because I feel it has like that icky energy of grumpiness and so forth in the wax and the candles. So I like to get rid of it as quickly as possible. And after that, you, again, I'm not going through traditional like how you do during Wicca or, you know, certain ceremonies, because this is it's kind of like a non-denominational spell that I just went over. But if you're casting a protection circle, after that, you're going to close the circle. And I'll probably do other videos on how to open and close circles, like by pagan tradition. That will come later, but always when you do your spells, you can imagine just you're protected from outside energy interfering, because the salt ring is to protect the candles and energy is to protect like yourself from like while you're casting. And that's why some people feel uncomfortable doing spells because it does require more time rather than just, oh, calm down this person and then light it. So again, but you will get more powerful results with a spell rather than with a tin, even though I've heard some great stories with the tins as well. And then also an energy technique I wanted to go over for calming is that blue energy I talked about. You can do that and practice. This is energy work. So practice sending that to people. So I used to send this to people in the job I had before I did this full time. I used to send it to people. So they were like getting angry, they were getting hostile. I would just kind of send that energy to them and just imagine them being flooded with this blue energy. And again, it's not against their will, it's doing the good for everyone, because I'm sure everyone's getting really frustrated with them, but you can do that to yourself too. So you just imagine that blue light coming down, flooding your body, and just focus on your breathing, and every exhale, like let go of more of that stress. You know, you put your hands on your chest and just imagine you're starting to calm down. Anyway, I just feel like I keep talking about so many things that you can do for calming, and probably follow videos on this. But again, I hope you liked it. And if you liked this video and you want to see more like this, you know, please subscribe. And if you want to see specific videos or have ideas for new videos I can come up with or, you know, film, just put a comment down below and I will respond, and I will make sure to do those videos or your suggestions. So anyway, thank you. And if you have any questions, again, you can DM me on Instagram, you can leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Okay, bye.